They are the team that bands together online to track the clues all across the country.
We're the Swiss Army knife. We can fix anything with one of the tools in this size of a toolbox. It's a very talented group.
They are Private Eyes, female legal and investigative professionals who crack cases with the power of the internet at their fingertips.
We're kind of a girls' club that isn't really a girls' club.
It's like all of us working together in a big old giant jigsaw puzzle.
They will decode a red t-shirt that spells murder in Maryland.
There was a skull, ribs, skeletal remains.
Then, in Massachusetts, they will tackle a second case. It's a race against the clock to catch a stalker.
The letter here was saying he was going to get one of the girls by the end of the summer.
We were on a deadline, and we had just a couple of days to track this person down.
2 cases, a mysterious red t-shirt, and the hunt for a stalker, will launch the virtual community of female legal and investigative professionals called FLIP.
So how did this person wind up in this shirt? Is this really Brenda or is this someone else? And how did they end up being murdered? I mean, that's the real mystery.
As the detectives seek proof of Vicky's findings, a family searches for a sister and a mother who had turned to drugs and prostitution.
She always worked. She was a good worker. She loved me. She did kiss me and told me she loved me every night.
Brenda, she had a pretty hard struggle through life. She got hurt once where she broke a bone completely in half, and they had her on so many medications she became addicted to it.
Until it got to the point where her addiction got so bad that she started walking the streets. So I had to turn my back on her and just pray that someday she'd come back.
On the morning before Easter 2006, FLIP team leader Vicky Cito gets an alarming call to arms for her internet group of Private Eyes.
We need to pull the FLIP girls together to try.
They will try to catch a stalker on the loose in a quiet town just south of Boston. He is threatening to kidnap a child.
I was awakened at a very early and dark hour of the morning with a telephone call from Quincy, Massachusetts. An unidentified person had been leaving notes or displays around their neighborhood or in front of homes where there were little children.
When I came out, I kicked it at first because it was a big kind. And then I realized there was underwears and a bra wrapped around it. And a bunch of cotton from a magazine fell out of little girls and writing on it.
These were pretty disgusting and scary looking displays.
Then I started reading the gross things he was saying in it. When it mentioned the girl's school, I went upstairs to my neighbors to show her the card.
My daughters were going there, so she thought the card was referring to my daughters.
I thought it was kind of creepy that someone would do that, target one of the children in our neighborhood, and I was worried for the children.
Looked like little kids writing, like scribbling like a little kid would do.
So we thought it was maybe, a teenage boy, just being stupid.
But then when we started reading the graphic things he was saying in it,
then we realized it was serious.
It was not just a prank note in my viewpoint. The notes were saying the person was going to kidnap and rape a little girl named Julie.
Once I heard that, I was just alarmed that, who would do something like that, It
was very creepy especially because in the letters he was saying that he was watching our girls. So we let our girls out here by themselves. They sit out here while they played, and just until they could catch him.
A quiet neighborhood under siege.
Of course, the community thought that he really meant what he was going to do, and we needed to find out who he was, and very quickly, because the notes were getting worse and worse.